I have been married for 6 years plus now. My wife was with someone else before we met, but he died a year before I met her. We were friends at first, but along the line, we started developing feelings for each other. A year after, I asked her out and she accepted gladly. We dated for 2 years before getting married. We have a pretty normal life and I am very happy with my marriage. Our ex's family celebrated his memorial every year on his birthday because he died by falling down the stairs drunk on his birthday. It was last week and my wife decided to go as usual. I have never been really comfortable with this, but decided to allow her go since she told me about it when we were dating and I had no issue with it. Thought it was something that would happen and stop after a while. I decided to go with her this time around because she's sick and the doctors had asked me to keep a close eye on her. I tried convincing her not to go since she was sick, but she refused and so I went with her as a last resort. We lodged in an hotel the night before and the next day we went to the family's house. We got there and his parents told her that his twin brother had finally come home. She had never met him as he was abroad for 9 years. I greeted everyone as my wife introduced me to them and they were so welcoming and nice to me. I sat next to my wife, handing her the drink that was offered to us when his brother walked in. The drink I just passed to her fell from her hand and the glass shattered on the floor. It shocked me and a piece of glass even caught me on my hand, but she wasn't focused on that. She ran to her ex's brother, hugged him tight and started crying. "You look just like him. OMG. It's like he's still here with us." I just stood there, watching while my wife hugged the man in front of me, crying over his brother. I let them have their moment and headed to the kitchen with the mom to wash and get my bleeding hand wrapped in band-aid. By the time we came back to the parlor, they did separated and she was just sitting beside him crying while he consoled her. I was getting really pissed with the tears and wanted to leave, but decided to hold myself and stay till the end of the ceremony. When it ended, I approached my wife and asked her to say goodbye to the family so we could leave because I was tired, but she asked me to go on ahead to the hotel that she would meet me later. I told her I didn't want to leave her to come home alone later, especially with her not being well. She said it was not a problem as she could sleep over if it was too late. We were still talking when her ex's brother came and asked me not to worry as he could drop her off later when she was ready to come back to the hotel. Man, how are you not even pissed by this whole sight? Bro, my blood would have been moving fire. I politely declined, telling him I was going to take my wife with me because I only am responsible for her safety, and if anything were to happen to her, I would be the one her family held accountable. She asked me to stop making a big deal out of nothing and just go as the people she was with were basically family and she was more safe here than even an hotel. I lost it at this moment and asked her why she was doing everything to frustrate my efforts to accommodate her wishes, even though I wasn't comfortable with it. I told her to not bother coming to the hotel tonight anymore and stay with her family. I was almost at the door when I heard the brother say to my wife, "Jeez, talk about a controlling jerk. The only reason you get to go through this is because my brother died. Omo, he must be watching this from heaven, mad as hell." I turned around and asked him to repeat what he said, and he did. I rushed at him and landed a punch on his jaw, and you can guess the chaos that ensued after that. Very good. By the time they were able to separate us, we had injured each other. Fucking hell. I didn't realize that this story had a part 2. It was long enough and I thought that everything was inside this part. Fucking hell. Guys, stay tuned. I am going to go and source out for the part 2. But if you see it, you can also tag me. But I am running it now to go and source out for the part 2 because what?